right, chances of this video um, actually recording for any significant amount of time is not that great. I've been cut off trying to make this twice already. MMIW, that stands for Missing and Murdered Indigenous Women. Indigenous women are 10 times more likely to be raped and murdered than any group other than the homeless. Those involved with MMIW also tend to share and speak out about murdered Indigenous men, police brutality, other missing people of every color, and equal rights. Hardin, Montana has its problems, but the people I met that treated me like family. Lila Mountain Sheep and her family took me in and told me about Frida Nose's gun, who disappeared on my birthday in 2016, and informed me there were over 100 missing people from the area. Frida Nose's gun, Selena Not Afraid, K. Sarah Stops Pretty Places, Hub Williamson, Henny Scott, and many more are on that list. Some from before I met Lila and her family, and some from after. It's not just Hardin, Montana. It's nationwide, plus Canada and Mexico. We have way too many victims to be saying, all right, well, we need to focus on this color of victims and that color of victims and this gender of victims and that gender of victims. And this gender can't be victims and that color can't be victims. And only these colors can be victims, but those colors can't. You know, I'm showing y'all why it is that these predators get away with it. I'm not just showing you how they got away with it. In some of these cases, I've gone out and actually done those things to show you all of the crap that allows people to get away with it when they actually do those things. Actually. See, everywhere that I went to all of the places that I was supposed to go. Train's coming. Since these officers wouldn't take my statement anywhere I went, and they kept telling me I had to go to the places where my predators were in order to try to serve them with paperwork. So now I have to travel from one end of the country to the other because jurisdiction allows nannies, friends, and family who are doing all of these illegal things, and these web wingnuts who hate me because of slander and continue to threaten me to this day. It allows them to get away. So I travel to these places to try to do that paperwork there, but I need help or I'm not going to be heard. I have to have someone else help in person. Many people need that. It's not just a black person thing. It's not just a white person thing. It's not just a native person thing. You know, everything costs money. It shouldn't. Some people do the right thing because it's the right thing to do. Some people say, hey, I'm not a homosexual. But then again, if one of my loved ones was a homosexual, and many of them are, no, I don't want them getting dragged behind a pickup truck in Wyoming until their head gets pulled off. If I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her to be raped and fucking murdered. Now, most of these people are murdered the same way. When Lila Mountain Sheep and Mary Lion shows and their family were telling me about all these missing people, one of the things that they spoke out about in specific is that these people are murdered, not with guns in most cases. They are murdered with exposure. You take them out there to the middle of nowhere without the right clothing, without the right gear to survive that weather, they're not going to make it back to town. You already know they're not going to make it back to town. They're going to get really tired really fast. And they're going to sit down or lay down somewhere to try to take a nap real quick, and they're just not going to wake up. Selena not afraid. 10 months after they told me their heart-wrenching stories, Selena not afraid disappeared. And a month after that, they found her body. She'd frozen to death.